Okay, ever wonder what it's like to set up an operating room for anesthesia? Well, do I have a video for you today.
You learning a thing or two?
At 2 times speed.
I'm so short. I'm way too short. Oh, is it Theo?
No more Jimmy.
Scissor the mouth. This is why it's so hard to intubate these things. E. Yeah. Bad airway. Difficult airway. This one right here, difficult airway.
You get a haircut?
I need to get a haircut. I haven't had a haircut in like 3 months. You can tell. No, I'm not going all the way to New York. I'm gonna go downtown. Hey, show off the bling. Show off the bling. Oh my god, he completed a side quest. No, not a side quest, main story quest.
Main story quest.
Boys engaged.
Now we have more people on our big bad quest.
Yes.
So we're just gonna continue the trend on the channel that you're just eating all the time?
It's just gonna be an unofficial food review at this point. We keep trying to find a spot where we start, but we just keep eating, so.
Cheers.
Hey, what you learning?
Dude, I'm wearing
Learning, not wearing.
Oh, learning? Class exam today. I'm wearing what I normally wear every day, every year.
The uniform is just OR scrubs and Patagucci.
More merch incoming though. We're updating we're gonna get it today, we're doing it live. Getting the vest.
Oh, vest?
Yes.
Dude, I already dropped like $300 on Lululemon this weekend. On what? Dude, stuff that was on.
It's our frat composite. I'm gonna take this home to my parents. Parents will be proud, right?
Of course, dude. I had like 3 copies. One for my grandpa, one for my parents. It was really impossible.
Yeah. It's nice.
So this is where we're at now. But really, who's counting? Me, I'm counting. I literally have one more day of my last internal medicine rotation ever. And then I have a lot to do to transition to my CA years, AKA the anesthesia years of my residency training, both to get my mind ready for it and to just get like my body and emotions out of intern year mode. And I'm gonna take you along for it, but first a quick word from our sponsor. Practice questions are and always will be one of the most efficient ways to learn new things and consistently challenge what you already know. That's where the trusted QBanks from Board Battles are here to help. Board Battles is a comprehensive and up-to-date question bank resource that is trusted by millions of healthcare professionals to prepare for their in-training and licensing board exams. From surgery, internal medicine subspecialties, nursing, dentistry, and yes, even anesthesia, Board Vitals has high-yield review questions with peer-reviewed explanations and graphics to make sure you get the most out of each question. Create a small 10 to 20 question quiz during your downtime or simulate the big day with full-length practice exams with the simulated exam interface. I find myself squeezing in just a few questions each night to continue exercising that brain each day during this marathon of residency training. No matter your busy clinical schedule, Board Vitals prioritizes your clinical excellence at your pace and your convenience from the desktop or their dedicated mobile app. With 100% pass guarantee, there's no wonder why thousands of medical training institutions choose this as their prep resource of choice for their students. If you would like to explore Board Vitals' competitive pricing and to accommodate to a broad range of learners, use the link in the description and use code NDMD15 to get 15% off your QBank subscription. Thank you so much to Board Vitals for supporting this channel and for supporting the education of millions of healthcare professionals around the world. Last day of internal medicine. Of intern year. Let's do it. He should be okay for a diet. I put in for a diet. I'm free. That's my last medicine day ever. I'm free. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, let's see you guys. Thank you guys so much. Anything else we can get for everyone?
At this point,
Pick up for Andy.
yo,
Good. Oh, this looks stupid.
yes sir.
Oh my.
Just got back from a little bit of traveling, and I have a few days back in Connecticut for me to kind of grind the creative stuff, my second full-time job on YouTube. But one of the senior residents invited me to come into the ORs to help walk me through setting up an operating room because preceptorship for me is starting very, very soon. And he's like, I want to get you right before all the attendings are there. Really grateful for it. And this is basically all part of me preparing for my anesthesia years. Super excited. There are a ton of resources that I am actually using to prepare for my anesthesia years, one of which are practice questions like board vitals, because now the in-training exams and my boards do actually matter now that I'm no longer an intern. But there are some tried and true other resources for anesthesia, one of which is the Stanford CA1 guide. There's probably an updated version of this, but honestly, they don't change too much year to year. I printed this out a while ago and it's got a ton of slides of just anesthesia basics. My goal is to go through all of this, take notes on it before I start preceptorship, because at the very least, my goal is if there are any concepts that are brought up to me by an attending, it won't be my first time hearing about it and I know exactly where to look or where I need to read. Speaking of reading, I never historically was a big textbook guy, but I think now being in residency, textbooks kind of become a must.
Also, the wild thing about going to a place that I go to is that we get free textbooks and stuff, including this thick boy, Manual of Clinical Anesthesiology to Prep, all because, yeah, that's just the name of one of our attendings on the cover of the textbook, and she's just the most wonderful, sweetest person ever. I so look forward to working with her. I already have, and she's been incredible.
But like, come on, this is like, that's cool. It's like, do I ask her for a signed copy or something? Like, we get the knowledge straight from the source, and that's sick.
And the old classic Morgan and McHale's, anybody who's gone through anesthesia residency or is interested in anesthesia is familiar with this book. I have it on my iPad here. My goal is just to start reading, just get through the first few chapters, and there is an Anki deck called Anesthesia, which is hilarious. That does have tags related to Morgan and McHale's and also the Stanford CA1 guide, both of which are kind of in my plans for the first few weeks leading up to preceptorship. And the funny thing about preceptorship is like everyone's expectations of you are so low because they know you haven't done anesthesia all of intern year basically. 90% of the battle is honestly like, how do you navigate the electronic medical record, the anesthesia charting, like where the bags of fluids are, where your meds are, like how can I do the basic things right, and then we'll worry about like the practice or like the thought process of anesthesia as you go. But I've told all my attendings that, you know, even though they expect 1% of us in the ORs on day one, if I just show up, I'm not wanting to show up 10% or 15%. If I can show up with 3% and their expectation is 1%, I have succeeded in being a good day one CA1 resident. But even coming in with 3% does take work, which is why when my buddy Derek offered to take me to the ORs, even on my vacation time, just to get a one-on-one, like, hey, as a resident, here's how you do things, I will take that 100% anytime, any day of the week. That's the kind of mentorship we have in this program. That's something that I'm very grateful for. So let's go.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Derek. I'm a rising CA2 here at Yale. And as a rising CA2, what we love to do, initiative here at Yale, is to take our rising CA1s and show them around and just show them a few steps on what it takes to be successful as they start the orientation. Tomorrow, we're gonna be doing adrenalectomy. I'm gonna take you guys, you watching this video right now, and Andy on a tour of the OR, and we're gonna show you what it takes to set the room up and get ready to take care of our patient. So I'll see you guys at 7 in the morning sharp, all right?
See you then.
See you then.
And most important part of the OR prep scrub cap choice today is from my good friend Sumana. Elmo on fire, but make it anesthesia. This is the stuff I'm gonna have to do on autopilot.
Pretty much. All right, so we're gonna get the machine turned on. And the whole purpose of the machine turning on is to obviously make sure it's working. Once we get the machine turned on, we're gonna do a machine check. Make sure there's no air leaks, make sure we're able to ventilate. Make sure we have all our rescue equipment. All right, it'll take a while to start up.
So we're gonna do full test, but also you can go like individual. Pretty easy. Go through vent and gas, set the bag, switch to vents.
Good.
Which should be here.
Yep. So this is great. Usually when you get more advanced, like around this time, you can decide to draw meds, spike bags, which we'll show you guys in a few. But let's just, we'll go through it step by step.
Countdown.
There we go.
Here.
This is why we do this. This is why we do this.
And then here.
And so we have 2 minutes. All right, so during those 2 minutes, we could probably get some like other monitors on. Andy, why don't you turn that monitor on right there?
All right, cool.
Okay, perfect.
So this will be your typical monitor setup. It'll have your tele strip, your blood pressure, pulse ox,
Yes.
and tidal, and then I'm trying to remember what else.
All the ASA standard monitors. You got your temperature, your heart rate, your pulse ox, your EKG strip.
Can you tell it's been a hot minute since I've been in the OR?
Hey man, I think you're doing awesome though. To open up.
So these are
Just real quick, just want to check out the wrist action real quick. Anyway, okay, let's go back to it.
This is the important part, but EKG leads, the classic clouds over grass, smoke
exactly.
over fire, super big deal.
And then we finish off with white on right.
White on the right, yep. And then for this, are there any special things like, I know it's retroperitoneal approach, are they doing it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we typically try to place these EKG strips in a way that doesn't get into the surgeon's surgical surgical view. So if they're doing something, you know, let's say they're operating near the neck, or like they're operating near the face, we try to like place the leads either posterior or a little inferior, just to make sure that, you know, we're giving them enough space to operate. Yep. Just put it on to max. Nice. And once you hear it, you can place. You feel it? Yeah. And you go ahead
Here,
and place the yank cover on there.
Here, watching me almost go through orientation.
Pretty much. I mean, I think you're gonna be solid for orientation if you ask me.
Here, and typically a lot of people
Yeah.
clamp it like that, so it's on.
Oh yeah, go ahead, bro. All right, let me make it all nice and neat for you.
That's all good. All right. We got our drugs part of it. Pumps programmed if applicable.
This is our anesthetic choice today, SIVA. We control it using this dial. It's easily titratable. It's one of the pros of using gas. And yeah, like Andy said, if we were to use TIVA, which is anesthetic give IV, we get it set up on the pump machine right here. Oh yeah, that's the
IV kits.
IV kit. All right, so for the airway portion of our setup, this is what we have here. It's called the gyroscope. It allows us to look into the oral airway. All right, and so we have our blades here, 2 different sizes. We typically use size 4 blades, but we also do have size 3s for smaller airways. All right, we have our stylet here. This is gonna help us maneuver the endotracheal tube while we're in, trying to pass the larynx. And then let me go ahead and turn this bad boy on. There we go. Okay, perfect. So this is our scope right here. This is our glide scope. Okay. So as you can see, I have the camera here. It's working. The light is on. This is gonna be perfect. We have our boy Andy over here. He's just setting up some meds.
Labeling some meds. Always make sure you label your syringes all the time.
Yes, sir.
Double, triple check which med you are drawing up.
There you go.
So
All right.
I'm typically label.
How cool is this thing?
Check the med. You know, before I even put the needle in, check again, and after it's done, check again. So this is your dexamethasone.
What do we use that for, Andy?
This is here for post-op nausea monitoring.
Boom. All right. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. All right. Andy's gonna get our blade set up here for the glide.
Yeah, size 4 hyperambulated in here. You slide right in. There.
Yep.
For these, you typically use a rigid stylet.
Yeah, we have the rigid stylet right there.
For this person, we're going to use a 6.5 endotracheal tube.
Yeah.
Like many things in life, lube is your friend.
Yes, sir. Good. And then what we'll also have, we'll get a 10 cc syringe so that we can inflate that cuff once we intubate. Okay, so we're inflating. We're just checking there's nothing wrong with the cuff right here. As you can see, try to deflate it. Boom. I don't think it's okay. And there you go. All right. That's our airway setup. Nice.
Bucket full of backup airways just in case.
So what do we typically have in there? You want to quickly show them?
So we got some LMAs.
LMAs, yeah, that's a
laryngeal
mask airway.
All sizes, you should always have a tube size. I mean, traditionally it'd be a half size up and down of what you're thinking, so you always have that at the ready. Obviously we have video, so all good.
All good.
Tape for the eyes. This is my own style of doing it because you'll be inducing and then boom, right there.
Yes. And I just want to say one thing. I'm actually going to change my practice up. Usually what I do is I'll put some alcohol in here, I'll get the tape, and then once we finish, putting the patient to sleep, we want to intubate, I'll go ahead and I'll reach here. That wastes time. What I'm going to do after I mask ventilate, I can just pull the tape from here and tape the patient's eyes. This is actually genius. So Andy, who was an intern, actually changed my practice up the Rising CA2. So this is just so you can learn from anybody.
All right, well, thanks for the little tour.
Hey man, it was a pleasure. I learned a few things from Andy today, even though it's supposed to be the other way around. We have our Rising CA1 here.
I'm rusty. But it's just reps.
Yeah.
We'll get it all in the morning together. It'll be nice and smooth. I'll try to get it down to like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
you'll
20
get
minutes.
you'll get
20
the
minutes. I can do
efficiencies
this all.
as time goes. Also, I just want to shout my boy out. Do you see the cat? Just look at the cat game, man. I need to take notes.
It's crazy.
All right.
But hey, have a great day.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for helping
Have a
with the
great
setup,
case.
man.
And more to
See you
come.
guys soon. All right, there you go.